Hello, Alex, and
What's
welcome
up?
to Finland.
Thank you.
How are you? All good?
Good. Fly good, slept good. And it's actually, I believe this is my first time in Finland.
It actually is.
Yeah.
So, welcome.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So, today we are going to talk a little bit about your journey as a metal vocalist. So, are you ready to roll?
Yep.
The first question actually goes that do you remember when you heard heavy rock or metal music for the first time in your life?
First time in my life, I believe I was like around 5 or 4, and it was Rammstein. Because my dad used to play Rammstein, Scooter, and Enigma.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice mixture of bands.
Yeah. And Rammstein, it was like the first heavy metal band I heard in my life, like the first time, you know. But then I was around like 14, and I was at like in my school. I grew up with rap music, with club music, techno music, and then one guy introduced me to metal music, and it was like new metal, deathcore, I believe. Yeah, it was like Britney's Horizon band, and then Slipknot, Suicide Silence, and I was like, wow. This is something else, you know?
This is my kind of music.
Yeah, I felt it. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to do the same as this vocalist doing, you know? And I just start to sing, scream.
So were those also the singers that sort of made you become a musician,
Yeah.
like Corey Taylor, Oliver Sykes,
Yes.
Looker?
Yes, 1,000,000%. Because of them, because how they look like, because how they scream, I was like, I want to be the same.
Were you first like sort of mimicking them and singing their songs and then figuring out your own style, or how did that like style of yours became to be?
When I try to do the same sound like as they do, for the very beginning it was very difficult, you know,
course.
because there was not that much information on English in internet, and I didn't speak English at all, you know.
Yeah.
And I didn't have any internet actually. I got only, you know, like local forums. We call it forum. Like it's the local platform in my small city called Ciserti. I tried to find some information about extreme vocals, but I didn't have anything, you know. And I just tried to copy that sound, mimic the sound. It takes maybe 1 or 2 years just to realize how to do it without damaging my chords, you know, and all of my like throats. And I start with the scream, high scream. So
Okay.
I never did a lot of like lows, but high scream. And after 2 years, I was pretty good of highs, and then I start to explode the lows. And I start to listen to this band, Blood Red Throne.
Yeah,
It's
Norwegian band.
Yeah, this metal band. It was like the first album or second album, the long play album. And I was like, wow, his growling is so deep and brutal, you know. And I tried to do this style of growling. Then I explored Oceana, and I was like, and Whitechapel, and I was like, wow, they must be very like huge guys, probably, you know, with the big throats.
And then you see Phil Bridges,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
tall guy, but like amazing.
Yeah,
scream.
amazing on the vocals. Yeah, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to do the same. For me, it took like maybe around 5 years just to take this very deep, big distortion on the sound. After 5 years, I got the sound. I understand how to do that. And after that, I start to work on pronunciations, you know, and to make the sounds more understandable, you know. So something like that.
Was We Are Obscurity your first band?
My really first band called 5 Lessons of Violence.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you were like 15 or...
Yeah, something like that, like 16, around 15. It was like very local band, and we never play live shows. We just try to write music in Guitar Pro 5, I believe, this program. And we just rehearsal a lot, but we never get a good drum kit or like good guitars or some stuff. This is my very first band. Then we changed the name for My Bitter Half. And with My Bitter Half, we released probably 2 albums or something, and we played live shows. After that, I figured that I need to move forward because the guys from the band, they just want to stay on this local level, you know, and I always wanted to do like worldwide, you know, and get success across the countries, you know, all the world. I started to do a lot of covers because I wanted to write new music, but I never play guitars or drums or whatever. And for me, it's kind of difficult to do something by my own, you know, and I just choose the covers, the songs, you know, and put my covers on the social medias like YouTube, Facebook, Russian media platform called VK, and I went viral there. And Jack Simmons, our guitarist from Slaughter, he found my video on Facebook and he texted me on Facebook and he said like, let's create the band together. And I asked him like, if you very serious about this, let's do this then. And he was like, yeah, sure. And we created Slaughter to Prevail.
Were those like covers that you were playing also one way for you to sort of like develop your voice more and sort of like broaden your sound when you were doing like different vocal covers on YouTube?
Yeah, for sure.
Has that helped you?
Yeah, very helped me, because when you try to mimic some vocalists and when you try to do covers for the different songs, you actually learning, you know, another techniques, another like point of views how it should be on your music. You know what I mean? So it's helpful, very helpful. I believe that because of the covers, I got more skills on my extreme vocals. You know.
So when you jumped into playing live, it's very different than just like singing covers on YouTube.
1,000,000%.
So what kind of like experience it was to do the first, like let's say 4 full tours, for example? Were you ready as a vocalist to do like show after show after show?
Yeah, for sure it's very different and difficult, more difficult, because when you performing, you need to move, you need to contact with the crowd.
Yep.
Adrenaline, you know, it's
and you are very energetic live. You run on the audience and you run in the pits.
Yeah. So you spending a lot of energy and you spending like everything, like literally. I have everything in me, and I just giving it to the crowd. You know, for me, it's very important to show that energy when you performing live, so people can feel it. You know. And imagine how difficult to do it with the extreme vocals as well. So because I want to keep my extreme vocals on the high level as well, and I want to keep this pronunciation good, lows, pretty lows, you know.
Which one is more difficult when you are jumping all over? Is it like high vocals difficult or low vocals more difficult?
Lower. Yeah, because for the highs, you just scream, right? And for the lows, you need to put you
Adam's apple.
Adam's apple. Yeah, you need to make it very low and hold it there.
Yeah.
So it takes like some strength to keep it there. You know. So for the vocals, for the lows, it's more difficult. Of course, it's not only about the performing live. It's about your touring routine, because you always on the road. You don't eat clean food. You don't sleep. You know, and it's just a big, huge like backstage people cannot see. You know.
Yeah.
And when you sit in your room and do all this vocals, covers and stuff, you just feel very comfortable and you do whatever you want. You like sleep good, you eat good, you doing your stuff, just record. And if you don't like something, you can re-record that, you know. But for the live shows, it's just completely different, you know.
Do you have a specific warm-up routine that you follow before the shows? Do you do scales or how do you prepare for the shows? Or is it just like some physical workout that you do?
Just for physical workouts, just for warming up. So for the warming up, I never warm up with my vocal cords, which is bad because I believe you need to do that, get that blood to your throat, you know?
Yeah.
I never did that. I don't know why. I start to do this, but I feel uncomfortable when I start to sing clean vocals around the people because I'm not very good on clean vocals, you know. And for warming up, you have to like try to take these notes and you know all of this shit. In general, I do warm ups before the show, just like physical exercises. Because I have to like get my blood running like across my body, you know, and because of that, you will not like have injuries, you know,
Yeah.
or you already get prepared for something bigger.
Yeah,
you know?
and it's a muscle in the end. So if you are like
Yeah.
well prepared, it helps always.
Exactly. And your throat is inside your throat, everything like course and all of this stuff, it's muscles as well, you know. So you have to warm up. But I just do like physical exercises. And for the warming up my throat, I do like this, and I push my jaw like on the front, you know. So I squeeze all of my muscles here, and then like this, and then like this. So I pump my blood up, like
Yeah,
up
and
the
it's
throat.
more like stretching out in a way.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah.
Are there like some specific foods or drinks that you try to avoid before the show that you have felt that they don't help you with
Yeah.
the singing, or something that you want to take that you have felt that they help you with the growling and screaming?
So basically, I believe that it's not only about like before a show or like before something, you know, before you go on the stage or you want to feel like better today, so you don't want to eat this or that. I believe that in general, you have to stick with the special diet to feel better like in your life. And I cut out the sugar, I cut out the bread. If I eat carbs, it's just like oats in the morning time, you know. I try to not eat after 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. 4 or 5 hours before I go to sleep, you know. So my digestion system get
Rest.
Yeah. I was a very big sweet tooth before, and from the very beginning of like my teenage when I was a teenager, and like before I get like 27, 28, I was eating a lot of sugar, like a lot, and a lot of bread. And I start to eat like every 1 hour, every 2 hours, and my insulin goes up and down, you know, and it's bad in general, you know. And then I start to learn about like diet in general. And I figured that fasting helps a lot. For example, fasting for 16 hours, 18 hours, and then I start to eat less carbs, and it helps me a lot. And I believe that it brings me more energy with this diet, and like my health in general get better, you know. And yeah.
Obviously, when you started, you have become like way more diverse as a vocalist, and released albums also, like with Slower to Prevail. Are there like some specific albums that you could pinpoint where you have felt that you've taken like big step forward as vocalist?
As a vocalist, I believe this is gonna be Grizzly album, you know, because each song is very different, and it was kind of call of our heart. Because we always been in rush with the previous albums. So for the Castellum, for example, I believe we have few good songs on the Castellum, but then rest of the songs we've been in rush and we didn't put much energy and heart and soul and time in these songs. So we just finished it because we need to like get this shit done with the album and send it to
out on tour.
Yeah, exactly. But with this album, we just Jack and me just say it to each other like we need to like make it proper way, you know. And on this album, I start to sing clean. So we have this song called Rodina, which is mean motherland, and it's kind of like a ballad, you know. I was singing clean. One of the song on the chorus, I use the clean singing as well. But I actually like that. For me, it's very important, you know, and I don't know if the crowd will love it or not. But for the next album, after this album, we going back to heavy roots, and we're gonna make more brutal riffs and brutal vocals, because I miss that.
Are there like something new instead of also the clean singing on the upcoming album that you tried vocally?
No, really. I believe that my vocals every year like progress or change, you know. I'm getting all the my views change about the vocals and about music, and I believe you will hear it, you know. You will hear it on the album.
I have a couple of questions left, and the second last one actually is that what were your parents' reactions when they heard you first time screaming your lungs out? Were they like supportive in the beginning, or
they never say you're doing bad or why do you do this or stop it or whatever? I love my parents because they never was strict on me with the things I love to do, you know. But at the same time, I really believe they never believe in me that I'm doing something serious, you know, in my life.
But metal music is like that. It's hard to take it seriously.
Exactly. But they never tried to stop me. We lived in the big house, so I have my own room and I have big garage. So I went down to garage all the time, play CD and just scream. And my parents like, okay, there's like, here we go again. But it's all good, you know.
Last question, I guess this is something that many vocalists have asked you also. Any kind of advice that you would like to give to some new vocalist who is just about to start their journey?
So only one advice I can give is just focus. Because when you focus on one thing and you do it like constantly, like every single day, in 1 year, in 2 years, you will get some results, you know. Never like give up, you know, because a lot of focus, I tried to do it for one month or 1 year and nothing, right?
Yeah.
Never give up, just keep going this if it's very important for you.
Yeah, and for you it lasted, like you said in the beginning, couple of years to learn.
2 years.
Yeah, and
2
then
years.
5 years learning low. So
yes, for lows.
7 years. Roughly.
Yeah. Without any teacher, without any information, I just tried because I felt this is very important for me. And here I am, you know, doing my path.
Thanks a lot, Alex, for taking the time.
Thank you for your time. Appreciate it.